Hello everybody, this is Dr. Lakita and I'm so glad that you're back with my wonderful guest, Cheala, today. And we are excited about what's getting ready to take place. If you're just joining us, this is Women Advancing Kingdom Efforts TV, and we get the wonderful opportunity of being able to talk about women, how they triumph, how they overcome during Women's History Month. So this is very powerful. March is the month of women's empowerment and everything women. It's not about being feminist, it's just about exploring and discovering what women can do. And here we decide to help you be the best you. So let's talk a little bit about to Miss Cheala. She talked about being homeless, and that's just tough for any woman. I've experienced homelessness myself with my 2 children, so I'm very, very understanding of what that looks like. It doesn't have any discrimination, whether you got education or not. But there's a different kind of thing happening when you're homeless and other things get in that way. Ms. Cheala talked to us about her addiction to crystal meth, and she was very open about it. We're going to dig a little bit more deeper about that, because that choice to take that caused her some medical issues, and I just want her to sort of speak to that for just a moment. Go right ahead.
Well, at 31, I am 31. I was recently diagnosed with congested heart failure.
Wow.
And my heart actually only pumps at a rate of 10%, which should be at a percentage of 50 or 60 for my age group. And so if you can just imagine a young person with the heart of a 95-year-old woman.
Wow.
I can only walk slow. I can only walk so far. I can only talk so fast. And I had to train my whole body to do everything slowly so I won't lose my breath.
So this happened from taking crystal meth, and I am harping on this because as women, we tend to gravitate towards things when we don't have other options. So I want to share. So did your heart failures happen when you were on a high? Or coming down from one?
Coming down from one.
Whoa.
It was just really something really bad that I did, and I took the consequences of the next few days. I ended up coughing up blood for the whole day, and I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought it was just going to go away. Well, in a few hours, I looked about 8 months pregnant. Just like that.
Are you listening? I want you to hear, I'm like tearing up, I want you to hear the reality of what happens. Okay, there's no indictment, there's no judgment. I just want you to get clear. Your life matters. And 1 second,
Yes.
1 moment,
Yes.
you can go from being vibrant
Yes.
to having to revamp your whole life. Go ahead.
Yes. And so that whole day, coughing up the blood, and my body was filling up with fluid. I didn't know why I was getting so swollen. So being homeless, I walked actually to the hospital emergency room, and within 45 minutes, my body shut down, and I woke up 4 days later on life support. And I had no idea that it was going to take me that far, so deep into reality, but I'm glad it did.
So she's homeless. She uses drugs. She has this thing that goes on with her body.
Yes.
She walks herself, with this triumphant in and of itself, to the emergency room and finds out body shuts down, and then she's on life support. And this is why it's important that you get information from other people, and that you learn about who you are and where you're going. And I'm hoping that this message really touches you today. And so, Cheala, when you're dealing with that, as you're talking about it, I could actually see it happen. You're on life support. How long, what's going on at the hospital? Who do you reach out to? Who do they reach out to? Do they know you're homeless?
They have no idea. I can't even talk really. I had the tubes down my throat for about 2 weeks. And I just remember waking up every now and then, not even for a whole minute, just opening my eyes and seeing just a few of my family members there, of what I have left of my family, and closing them back up again, and then just waking up in awe and finding out that I was on life support and what's going on with my heart, you know, and then dealing with it. And so it was hard to even cry about it because I was just thanking God for every breath that He has given me since then. Even in the hospital, I just wanted to give Him a warm hug and thanking Him for saving my life.
Wow. And what we did was, I wanted to make sure that the people, and I'm going to get some help from our TV crew, people that are going to bring out what Miss Cheala has to do. She talked about the defibrillator that she wears on. It's like a life jacket. And our TV crew is going to come and help us and make sure that she gets everything, you know, working. And we're going to actually demonstrate what she has to do now, I think, almost every day of her life.
Yes.
And it's not a punishment because she's excited. She started the business that she's going to talk about in just a little bit. But tell us what's going on.
This is the life vest. This is what it looks like here. To me, it looks like a bulletproof vest. That's what I say it is.
It does.
But it's actually an electronic sensor that sends electric wave to my heart if it ever fails. So what I do is I put it on just like a regular vest. This is actually the battery pack here. This is made by Zoll. It says Zoll Life Vest here. It kind of looks like a camera, but that's the whole battery. This is actually the charger for the battery. So I'll take the battery out and I'll put it in the portable battery and it will turn on. So I just put it on. I already have adjusted it. And these are sensors that monitor my heart. There's about 4 or 5 of them inside, and so you just clip it on like a bra.
About how many times throughout the day do you have to do this?
I have to wear this 24/7.
Wow.
Except for when I'm taking a shower.
Wow.
Just in case.
And is this something that you have to do for the rest of your life?
They're monitoring me. It's beeping now because it just wants. I have to activate it, so I just press the button, and then it sends the data to the Zoll company that's monitoring my heart. You know, I wouldn't even have to call 911. This will happen. It will do the service that I need,
And they will
call, and an ambulance will come right away. But I have to wear this all the time, and that's all. That's all I have to do. And they're monitoring my heart for the next 3 months.
Okay.
Until they decide what's best for me, heart pacer or a transplant, which will be my next step.
So you're looking at this and you're chiming in. You probably just chimed in right now. I just want to. I'm a faith believer, and so I just want you to just say her name out, Cheala Robinson. She's the guest on Women Advancing Kingdom Efforts TV, and just say a prayer for her. I want you to say a prayer every night, believing God with us here at the Wake TV studio, that God can heal this body. I so love her. She's just an extraordinary woman, and it's just awesome that she's here to even tell her story. So we're grateful for that. Now, one of the things we kind of bypassed a little bit in talking about, I'm so stirred, I'm so emotional right now, was your job. You had a job.
Yes.
You had a job.
I have a job.
And let's talk a little bit about that job, because, you know, some people think you're homeless and you're nothing.
Yes.
But that's not the case. So tell us.
Well, before I was homeless, I was in a retail for 10 years.
Okay.
I had done everything from cashier, customer service support, you know, management, even time schedules for employees and everything like this. And my very last job was at Macy's, which was wonderful. They have really good benefits
Yes,
there.
they do.
And I worked there for the last 5 years before I was homeless, working in the fitting room as a support associate.
Okay.
I loved it.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know, so I just want to sort of defame and redefine homelessness, because it's not what you think. Some people are homeless for a variety of different reasons. People didn't know that I was homeless with my 2 children. I have a PhD. And so there it goes. It happens, and you live it out. But I'm a living witness that you can triumphantly come back when you make a decision
Yes.
to be better, because we know that willingness is our currency.
Yes.
So we sort of talked about your job, we talked about the defibrillator, but you're looking at a miracle because just about a couple of weeks ago, she couldn't even sit up.
Yes.
She couldn't sit up. So she came, we met, I was teaching a class for a wonderful organization that we're getting ready to highlight in just a moment. And out of that class, what did you learn from that class that we taught on Roundtable for Success? What did you learn?
I learned great inspiring words that helped me just get up and start the movement for my own what you call my own world.
Yes, and what did you name your own world?
I named my own world Cheala Mela. Look for it on the web.
Yes.
It's actually a business that me and my partner Pat are starting up.
Yes.
It's for a nonprofit agency, Mission Solano, to help the respite care and the women there get everything they need, like towels, soap, just, things that we need on a daily basis so we can keep living a very good and healthy life.
So you mentioned Mission Solano, which I absolutely love. It was started 15 years ago by a wonderful gentleman named Ron Marlette. And the other sidekick to him is Mr. Raymond Cordamonte. And I'm so excited that I'm a part of that process and being able to do some trainings with some wonderful men and women. And so tell us about your experience with Mission Solano and the respite care, because I think it's powerful that people should know that just because you're homeless, you don't have to actually be put out.
Yes. Well, one of the main concerns is that if anytime a patient is in an emergency and they are homeless, always talk to a caseworker. The caseworkers at the hospital always can help you with whatever you need in life. But for me, I was homeless, going through, I missed my dose of medication and I didn't have any medication, so I had to go there. And I was there for a few days while the caseworker took in my information. I needed a place to live after this mission at the hospital, because I call it missions to me. I needed something else for the rest of my life, and I didn't have any plans. Well, I was referred by the hospitals, Kaiser, North Bay, and Sutter hospitals, to come to the Bridge of Life, which is it's like a nonprofit agency to Mission Solano, and as a respite care patient. So they're paying for my rent here. I share a studio with a wonderful lady named Pat, who is my partner, and Cheala Mela, and it's just to help get better. And I need to thank, Mission Solano and period for having this kind of program, because it rescued my life.
And I think that's a great way for us to sort of end this segment of our show today. If you're looking for some place to partner, to spend your time and your monies, you should do that with missionsolano.org. It's wonderful. It has a nomadic shelter. It does a ton of things for people that many do not care about. And so you can be a part of that process at missionsolano.org. I just want to leave a few thoughts with you before we leave. Every day is an opportunity for you to do something that you've never done, so that you can have something you've never had. But you must be willing to make the change. There's no place like home, and home begins in your soul. So as you're contemplating whatever you may be facing today, I hope and pray that you've heard the words of our guest, Ms. Cheala, and myself today. I'm Dr. Lakita, and I just want you to be encouraged that obstacles are things that are seen when you take your eyes off your goals. It's been a pleasure. God bless you and keep you is always our prayer.
And I want to thank you so much, Dr. Lakita, for inspiring me in my life, because if I wouldn't have met you, if my partner didn't introduce me to you, I would not even be sitting here right now.
Wow. Well, I'm honored, and I'm not going to cry, because this is camera, and everybody's going to be looking at it. But it is my pleasure. I think you're a total inspiration to me. I know that you are to thousands and thousands of women that will see this across the globe, to know that no matter what you have to face, because 5 children are looking to you for some support, you will get better. This should be a testimony of total victory, and we will be able to say, God did it. I love you greatly. Thank you for coming on here. You guys have a wonderful day. God bless.